Hello. Welcome, everyone. Good morning to some, good afternoon to others, and good evening if you're coming to us from, I don't know, is Australia at nighttime right now? I don't know. But if
I
Linda
think
from
Europe
Gumnut,
would probably be pretty close.
okay,
Yeah, Europe would be evening.
okay. So if you're coming to us from Europe, and I see Lori here. Thank you, Lori. I can always
Hey,
count on Lori.
Lori.
I can always count on
She's
her.
always faithful.
And oh my gosh, yes. And yeah, and I can always count on her for me to see her name in the comments because lives make me so nervous, no matter if I'm hosting or if I am as a guest, I'm still equally nervous. But then you see someone's name in the comments and you're like, oh, it's Lori. She's here. And those nerves just kind of like go away. They're gone. So thank you, Lori, for being here. We have Miss Colleen here, our wonderful,
Hi.
beautiful moderator. You girls are awesome. Of course, Lori. Yes. And we have Colleen. She's going to be moderating so that she's going to be on the background. And I have her, she's on StreamYard. I just have the little free version. That's why you see the StreamYard right here. And that was one of my that was one of my goals for this year was to get the paid version. And I think so we're gonna have to get that. But I made her an admin so she can do anything. So she's gonna be doing all of everything on the background for us. Vicky, oh my sweet Vicky. Vicky, that's Vicky, the Vicky I always bring up in my videos. That's
Hi,
Vicky right there. And we got to spend a
Is
week
that
together.
Tassel Vicky?
That's what? It's Vicky.
Is that Tassel Vicky?
Yes.
Tassel that you get all your tassels from?
Yeah, and I'm looking at a whole bunch here too. And I was going to bring that up during the live too, was the tassels, because when I was sick a few weeks ago, month ago, somewhere around there, I binge watched Sweet Magnolias on Netflix. And so there's teenagers in the show, and one of them had a necklace, and it was just a link necklace with tassels hanging from each one like charms. Cool. What?
So cute.
Oh my gosh. So we have Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie. She says, hello, call. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
So so Vicky is my tassel
Ronnie.
queen. She doesn't like tassels, but she's my tassel queen. So is this your lunch hour too, Vicky? Because you know this is my lunch hour. So I do want to bring in, we have Colleen here. She's going to be moderating. She's right there. And then we have Stacie Hecht from Stacie Rabbit Designs. And throughout this live today, we have like huge announcements. And Colleen's going to be dropping links in the background as we're designing, as I'm just going off on all the cuteness, because we are coming back to the Love Potion number 9 Magical Mystery Bead Box from Jesse James Beads. This was for February. And Sarah James over at Jesse James Beads was so generous. I think we all 3 have the box, right? Yep. And Colleen has an incredible unboxing video, and it's hilarious. And she does some designing. And last month, Stacie and I's monthly live was featuring this. So I cannot thank everyone at Jesse James Beads for providing us with this amazing, incredible box. It is a subscription. I'm an annual subscriber. So I pay one time and I'm done for the entire year. And that's where you get the lowest monthly cost, but you pay one time. Then there's, I think, every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, and it goes from there. Yes, Vicky is working and listening. Thank you, Vicky. And we had a lot left over, huh, Stacie?
Yeah, we did.
And so we decided to come back a second time. Also, too, it's a Friday. I needed this. I really needed this. It's been a long 3 weeks. So we're going to thank Colleen again. Go check out her YouTube channel. She's going to start dropping all the links, which and go subscribe to her channel. She is a bye babe. She is a JJB subscriber too, so you will see her each month doing her unboxing and then designing. She's an incredible designer. Incredible.
They make some cute stuff.
Oh my gosh. So last month, Stacie, we were going to use all of our beads between last month and today. Tell us what you have been up to.
So, in terms of this bead box, I got sidetracked because Jessie James Beads sent me some amazing beads from their ombre collection, and I absolutely fell in love with those. And I can honestly say I've used every single one of the beads sent to me from their ombre collection, and I've been eyeing some more. So up on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of the pieces made with the ombre bead collection, and definitely check those out on Jessie James' website. It's one of my favorites of all time, I think.
That's amazing. And you love it so much that our March 23rd live is going to feature the ombre collection.
Yeah, I begged Sarah. I said, would you mind if we did that for our next live? I said, I am obsessed with these beads. It would make me very, very happy. And she graciously agreed.
Yes. So Sarah James that we're talking about, she is I think she's vice president of Jessie James Beads, and her dad is Jessie James. And it is a small family run business out of Pennsylvania, and which is kind of like your neighbor. I'm across the country in California, and you're pretty close.
I'm one state over, yeah, in Ohio.
So I went to go look for the designs I did during our last live, and I only found one. And I think I did three, because I think I did a bracelet and a pair of earrings and then the necklace. And I found the necklace. And so I'll show that when we get down to our mats. And we have some fun announcements today too. Incredible announcements. Like, you guys are going to love this.
Very exciting.
Beads and Blooms. The online jewelry making event hosted by Jessie James Beads and Sarah James. That is available now up on their website. Go to their website and in events. And Colleen is going to be dropping links. Both Stacie and I have affiliate links. Use Stacie's, use mine. It doesn't matter. It's all good. And if you don't want to use an affiliate link, you could just do jessiejamesbeads.com. However, I have a huge announcement. Sarah James has graciously given us a coupon code to use today. And I didn't get an expiration date on that. So I will find out from her, and then I'll put it in the description later on. But, and Lori hasn't signed up yet. Well, then today is your lucky day, my friend, because if you key in at the coupon code FRIEND10, you will get 10% off. Thank you, Jessie James Beads. That's huge. So excited. Now, what else does that get you? Say you're not a Magical Mystery Beadbox subscriber and you want to subscribe. Use it towards that subscription. And if you do the annual subscription, that's a huge chunk. That's kind of basically almost like getting 2 free boxes a month. Yeah. And a year. And also too, they have past boxes. So you're not a subscriber, you're loving this Love Potion number 9, and you didn't get it. If they still have it listed in their past boxes, go ahead and snag that. And you will use FRIEND10, and that will give you 10% off. Love it. And I think they have $5 flat shipping for the United States or the lower 48. Yeah. And then is it $15 for international? I believe it's $15 for international.
I think you're right. And I'm gonna have to plug my favorite. Check out the ombre beads while you're there. But leave me a few.
Yeah. Then when you when you go to Jessie James Beads, you're going to see there's a new collection, the Pearl collection. Have you seen that?
I have not. I have not been on in the past day or two, so I have to check that out.
Okay, so Jennifer ordered at least one of each. So and I think it might have already shipped because I just did that. So when I receive my order, I'll share. I will do an unboxing and share everything what it looks like live. Though their pictures are exactly what they look like live. So
Yeah.
yes. Then I will also share when we go down to my mat. I will share what my project is for Beads and Blooms, and what a fun process that was. That was a fun process. So without further ado, let's go ahead and can we jump down to Stacie's mat and see what she has going on there?
Works for me.
All right. And I see Colleen kind of doing this. So I'm thinking maybe I don't know if she's doing that or not, but
Move over here to my mat.
I'm seeing her do this and she's looking, but she's like dropping links everywhere and doing everything. So let me go ahead and let's grab, oh my goodness. All right. There's your overhead, and we will make this your solo. Go for it.
Okay, let me just move my light over. Put a little more light in here. Okay, so this was the February Magical Mystery Bead Box, Love Potion number 9. This card comes with the box. It tells you everything you get. There's a design challenge, so if you want to enter that, you can use this hashtag MMBB challenge with anything that you have created from the box. Actually, a deadline was March 1st on that one, so you'll have to wait till next month, but there's usually a challenge. And then if you're interested in getting some inspiration, you can scan this code with your phone and get some great ideas. So I actually told Jennifer that I had this strand, and yes, I am going to cut the strand. Set aside, and these 2 beads, which were from one of the other strands that I'd already cut, and I decided that I was going to make a necklace with sari silk that's running away, a long piece. And a tassel with this. So I'm actually going to make my own tassel, and I haven't done this in a while, but it's a design I really like to make. So that was where I was headed, and I pulled some of these purple beads also out of this mix because I may want to add more purple in. I'll have to see as I go what I want to do. But I thought this purple and the clear and the silver would go really well together. So I'm super excited about that. And I can just bite the bullet here and cut my strand before I change my mind. Jennifer's been a bad influence on me. Ever since you told me you don't like to cut strands, I'm like, do I really want to cut this strand? So I've been less and less cutting strands, but there I did it. So I was going to use this big, super faceted, sparkly crystal.
The chunk-a-monk?
Yeah, it is a chunk-a-monk. So I was going to do a tassel with that. But I've got to play around here and figure out exactly where I'm going. So, Jennifer, did you want to show some stuff and all?
Sure, I'll show some stuff. Back? Let me. And I'm wondering if Colleen, so I see Colleen in the background. I'm like, okay, is she doing it? Is she going to solo layout me? But I just did it. Colleen, cool. Just keep up with all the comments and everything. She's doing awesome. Oh, she's on her phone now. Okay. Oh, and if you text me, Colleen, I won't see it because I put do not disturb on my phone. I got smart and did do not disturb. Oh, I don't know how to operate the camera. Oh, okay. Then we'll do that. That'll be another side job. All right. So I said I was going to share with you what my project is for Beads and Blooms, and here it is. I have never worked with polymer clay before, ever, ever. And I think I know of at least one summer camp. It might have been last year where the designer was showing us how to make beaded. I think it was beaded polymer clay beads.
Yeah.
And I'm so scared of it, right? Well, Sarah had texted me and said, "Hey, we're doing beads and blooms, and the theme is earthy elements." And when they said rain, she's like, that has to be Jennifer. Well, because, my granddaughter is Rain, Rayne. And so she asked me how comfortable I felt working with polymer clay. And I'm like, oh, never done it, but I will, because I don't know. Sarah, like, I forget my fears when I'm talking to her because she's just amazing, right? And so I made up this, and she sent me a bunch of stuff, and this clay that she sent has sparkles in it, and I don't
Oh,
think
that's
you can
cool.
see it from there, but yeah. And then I didn't have small chain, believe it or not. I had no small chain. And so I just made chain with jump rings, which we might be doing that for the class. And then these little brio paired, they're like little teardrops, but they look like raindrops. So that's what we're going to be doing. So for those of you that have said that you have joined Beads and Blooms, you will be doing that. And I think she has extra little cutters too. I can't remember, but we'll see. Then I want to share my latest. I love this. When I went to go get prepared for this live earlier this week, I realized I have Year of the Snake stuff, and I didn't design with it. I just did an unboxing. And so here is my memory wire wrapped bracelet, and I just posted it. I think it was scheduled to post this morning. So you might see that.
I
And what
saw
I
it.
did
I love that. That is really fun.
And what I did differently is normally I have the ends. So here's one end, here's the other. I have them like overlap. However, though, when I do dangles, the dangles are kind of on top of each other. Well, this way, the dangles are kind of throughout. So be sure to catch that video, because this was so much fun. And it took me a while because I was designing, and I don't think I cut anything out except for a couple of coughs that I had. I had a couple little coughing attacks during it, and I did that. But all right. So what I did here was we have this gorgeous chain. It's so pretty, so dainty. And Rain loves it. She's like, oh my goodness, Grandma, what is this? Well, that is Jessie James Beads. And this heart enameled chain is incredible. And the first thing I thought of was, let's think outside the box. And I thought of dangles. And I had another design. However, when I was watching Miss Colleen's video, she had the same exact idea. And so I decided to change mine up a little bit. And what I did was, and I usually do this too when I want the ends. So the ends are links. So you're going to see that there's a link on the end. Well, what I did, I'm going to add a dangle on that one. But what I did on these, you see how there's no link? I just cut them with my cutter, and then I just file it down. And then it looks like the end of a dangle. So that's what I did for that. Then what I did was
That's a cool idea. So you can like kind of make your own charms from it.
Yes. And what I did was I put two jump rings in between just to give it a little bit of space. And yes, so that's what I did there. And this is gold, and it's a very soft gold. And I have these very soft rose gold jump rings, and they match perfectly, like perfectly. And I'm really weird about my golds matching. So it just was perfect to bring in another color. Then this is from that strand that Stacie cut, that I've already cut. And this was one of these. What are these called? Do you know what they're called, Stacie?
I don't know. It looks like a kidney bean to me.
Yeah, it looks, yeah, like a crescent moon, like a, I don't know, it looks like
Yeah.
something. And so what I'm going to
I
do
don't
is
know what that shape is.
I'm going to wire wrap it directly to this. Then, so this is going to be a pendant. Then I think I want to chunk them. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to add a chunk-a-monk to it. Right? And I'm probably going to do like maybe the double jump ring to link it. And then I'll figure something out what I'm going to do there because I still have tons of beads. I have so much still. And yeah, so this will probably just be a pendant. I was thinking of leather, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Vicki. All right, so I'm just going to do a wire wrapped loop because Jen doesn't really do the simple loops. Yeah, simple loops for me are not simple at all. So for me, the wire wrap loops are easier.
I will tell you, it is really just practice. Lena Gillespie,
yes,
who's another designer, told me that, and I didn't believe her. And then she kept kind of embarrassing me for using the simple looper. So I started practicing them, and it really did get a lot easier. So
okay.
I can honestly say you can get decent at it.
When I first started jewelry making, my teachers were Kelly Sutton from Kelly's Bead Boutique and Wendy Whitman. And Kelly is all about wire wrap loops. And at least the videos when I first started watching, I don't know if I've ever seen her do a simple loop. Have I ever seen her do a simple loop? That's funny. I don't know if I ever have. So everything has always been wire wrap loops for me. And then Wendy would do simple loops. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that. And I have a is it one step or what is it's the
one step looper.
Yeah, I have one and it still scares me because yeah. So I'll get there. I'll get there one day. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and tuck that in. And so I just wanted a little bit of a dangle. And another Kelly tip is your jewelry is never finished until you tuck in that tail. All right. So now, did I put 2 jump rings? I did. So then here's what that's what my little pendant, the bottom, kind of looks like the fin of a mermaid tail.
That is cute. Very pretty.
Okay. Then I need some 20 gauge wire. And I have, let's see. I think this is 20 gauge wire. And so I don't know if I'm going to put it directly on, but I really love double jump rings. So I'm going to do a simple loop. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do a simple loop at the bottom. How do you feel about that? The bottom,
we are very excited.
The one simple loop doesn't scare me. It's when I go to finish off the other side. That's what scares me. And yeah. So, yeah, so I'm going to do one simple loop there. Let's see what it looks like. It looks okay. It's not completely centered. Oh, and I pull my wire from a big spool. So that's why I have this big wire and then it's kinked at the end because that's how I put it on the spool. So yeah, so let's just get that. And I want to get it a little work hardened a little bit. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to do a wrap loop at the top. Now, so it's going to be like this with the 2 rings. And I wanted to make my loop big enough for one thing. If always check the hole of your bead if you're not going to have caps or anything. And I didn't put any bead caps or anything because I just don't want to take away from this gorgeous bead. And now I'm going to do my loop up here, my wire wrap loop. I'm going to do it the opposite direction so I can just string it directly onto wire. How's that sound? Not wire, chain. So I'm going to come in maybe a little. I'll probably come in maybe half. And do that. And then really have to get that centered. All right. Then lock that in place so I could get that close down there. And then I'm going to have a bunch of stuff flying everywhere because my wire is so long. Okay, and get that to go around. Did I go 3 times? 3 times will be right here. I had to adjust it so much so that, there we go. Because when I do wire wrap loops, I have a clear front and back. Clear front and back. And that's probably something from Kelly too. All right, so now come in and do this. Again, you're not finishing your jewelry until you tuck that in. All right, then. And these are just little 5 millimeter jump rings, and they fit perfectly on these links. These links came in the box, these hammered links, and I love them. I did during our last live, you guys can go back and check it out. I did a pair of earrings just by adding some jump rings to the links. And that was it. Made quick and easy pair of earrings. Okay, let's bring this in. There we go. And tie that off. Then I'll figure out how I'm going to do the chain because I don't know, I might use this chain. We'll see. Because I could do that, right? I could use this chain. Because, oh, it doesn't fit in there. Son of a gun. See, I should have done it just a little bit bigger. But I have, look, I have jump rings, and I could put the jump rings in between. Ooh, do I want to do that? I think I do. I think I want to use this chain. What do you guys think? Using the chain with this, because the chain, pieces of the chain are down here, and then use the chain up here. What does everybody think? That is pretty. I dig it. Vicki, what do you think? So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. So can we jump back over to you, Stacie?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, Lori says yes. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. I'm doing it. All right. Let's jump back over to Miss Stacie. Here's her overhead.
Okay.
It's trying. It's trying. All right.
So I got a lot of things going and ended up working off screen here. So I created the start of a pendant. So took the chunk of monk, and I was using beadle on wire. My giant spool has gone astray here and gotten a little out of control. I was using 20 gauge German style for that, and put one of those little, I guess they're like clay with crystals embedded in them, and I put that down there, and I just did simple loops at both ends on this, and I'll set that down because what I was going to do was start with a tassel. So I cut 3 pieces approximately the same length. You can even them out later. And I'm just going to kind of line them up. And I have a jump ring here. So that's how I make my tassels. I think this is about, I've used between like 9 and 12 millimeter jump rings. They all seem to work just fine.
Yeah.
So I usually just get it kind of twisted together and send it through. So get it down to roughly where the middle is, and I usually put the open end of the jump ring so it's hiding in there. And that is kind of how you do your tassel. And here's the part where you need more than one hand. I already cut the 26 gauge wire because I didn't want to like try and do that with one hand. So I thought ahead. So this is just 26 gauge. I don't use German style wire on 26 gauge. I find craft wire works perfectly fine. I can't honestly tell the difference at that thickness. And so I leave, I don't know, maybe an inch, half inch of tail. And I just kind of hold it in place with one finger and then just wrap it pretty tightly here.
I did an earring using that technique for
with like
summer
maybe,
camp.
half a dozen
Yes.
times.
Did I get that idea from you?
I don't know. I think I saw it somewhere else. So I don't think I'm the originator either. So I
But
just trim it.
if I got the idea, if I saw that you did it, you're my originator.
Okay, that works for me. And then this is actually it's kind of stuck underneath. So I just trim that as close to it as I can get. I'll show you what I've got here. So I pull this one over. And then what I do.
Sorry, I think that was my computer. If you heard that.
Okay. So
Sorry.
I just make sure that the little ends are pushed in to the fabric. I want this one shorter. I wanted it on the back, but no, it's a little too long. So I just trimmed it a little more. And then I don't have the bent chain nose pliers, but those usually, I don't have it handy. I have one. They're just not within arm's length at the moment. So I just push it in there so it's not poking out. And I just cut my sari silk with the scissors. I happen to have a coordinating scissors today, just by chance. That's what I grabbed out of the drawer.
Awesome.
And then I come in. See if I can show how I do this. I just kind of come in and cut them in half, just like up the middle. But you don't want to cut too far, or you'll cut them off. But just to make them a little fuller, so you can see there's more.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Cut them in half. So I've seen people cut them in quarters and thirds. You can see this one has already got some damage.
This is new. This is new for me. And I will tell you, people can't see Colleen and I in the background. And we are like, our heads are totally just watching.
Yeah, I do this a lot. I'm not going to cut all of them here, but I just go through and cut them.
That is so cool. I love
make sure
that.
You cut straight and you don't cut too far, because I have on occasion like cut cockeyed and then one of them comes off and I'm like, oh, okay. But actually, if you just cut one off, it's fine. You just move on. Nobody notices. So yeah, there's a couple more. So I just go through. Not always the easiest when you've got silk like this. It's like kind of crunched up. But yeah, just do that. I think there's one more here. Yeah, one here. And
okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm wondering,
I'll go through and check. I think I've got another one here. I do. But see, it's fluffier. And then you can leave it kind of organic like this if you want. I'm sort of too anal to do that. So I'm just going to accept my faults, and I'll just go and kind of like trim them up so that they're similar. I don't go and measure them in, but
I'm sitting here looking at mine, and I don't think my fairy silk is as wide as yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think I can still do it.
Do you have the fairy silk or the sari silk?
Oh, it's fairy silk. It's from my project.
So the fairy silk is thinner, finer.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I would cut it like this, because this is a little more substantial, and I think it may like disintegrate on you if you try and cut the extras. So I don't know that I would do that.
Okay, so I'll leave mine as is.
Let us know, but
I'll leave mine as is. I'm looking at them. I have both pairs there because everything's within arm's length here. That is Awesome. I love it. And then you did some other linking over there too.
Oh, I did start putting
Oh,
some beads together. So let me put this on. I was going to use this for instead of chain on the necklace too, and it's actually done in a really similar way. Here, let me just put this down. Down.
oh, oh my goodness, that's
Except I have
stunning.
stuff everywhere.
Mm, you hit it out of the park.
And I may need to mess with how these loops are facing, but when I put it together, I can do that. The
Mhm.
other thing, I don't think I'm going to do this right now, but you can put little charms on here, and I've done that on a few. I don't think I have any pieces handy. I have a
Oh,
pile of jewelry that's out of eyesight here, but I don't have any where I've done that.
okay. I do. I do. Do you want
Yeah,
me to
because
show?
you can put like little charms on here, or you can put something on a head pin and then just hang it from, like, just kind of sneak the loop through that wire there. So that
Yeah.
would work as well.
Do you want me to show my little thing? It's
Yeah,
also,
go ahead.
I think it's also a summer camp project too. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm hitting the button. Okay. Do you guys remember this? Tracy Proctor from TierraCast?
Yeah, yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah. And then this was a long
She did that
dangle.
with leather.
Yes. With like the suede
Suede.
strips. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Is that funny that I still have it just right here? And what we did, I think we did like a little loopy thing, or we added a jump ring, it on a jump ring. I honestly cannot remember. It's been so long, but that's what you guys can do. That's what she's talking about right
Yeah,
there.
I've just used a jump ring and grabbed one of the wraps on the tassel, and that's worked just fine. You can
Okay.
usually, if you have trouble, you can usually pry one up a little bit.
All right. We're going to go back to yours because you've got a lot of goodies going on there.
Yeah, and then I did something, and I may be changing my mind on this, but I'm not sure. I was gonna connect everything to here and have also, a similar piece coming off the other side, but then I realized would have been infinitely easier to just string this all as one piece. So I may actually go back and do that.
That's okay.
So yeah.
That's okay. Yeah.
So I think I am going to do that and save myself 3 steps.
Oh, and I think I do have big. Okay. So I have some larger. Oh, I think I'm going to change that one up there too.
Yeah,
All right.
so
So I'm
I'm going to go
grabbing.
the opposite direction here with my bead.
Oh, nice.
Then I
And
can use the piece that I already strung up and put a crimp on. And I'm using 19 strand beetle on wire today. I alternate between beetle on and soft flex usually.
I love the soft flex wire. I have I use the extreme flex too in the champagne and sterling silver for my fine line, and then all the colors. I think Miss Colleen got a couple bundle packs in her mailbox today, or her parcel locker.
Very
She
cool.
was all excited. I love it.
I love their colored wire. I like their wire too. I think beetle ones is good too.
I think I have. So I don't have any here. I just have Softlex here, but in JJB summer camps and different like winter workshop, I have some beetle on wire there, which I have behind me because Jennifer is behind on her workshop projects. I'm just behind, period. All right. What else do you have? Okay, looks like a floral buffet on your table. Oh,
Yeah,
you
because
are.
I dumped all those out and I was making all this noise while Jennifer was working, so I was not going to put those back in the container. I decided I'd already made enough of a racket dumping those out, so.
I didn't even hear you. Okay.
So this is kind of where I'm going. I was going to make 3 pieces and I just decided, you know what? Life is easier if I just make 1. So I'm going to just string it all on, and I just threaded this onto my wire.
Oh
And
my goodness. I love
I
this.
always,
Oh my goodness.
you know, these little like rounds, I don't know if you can see them, I'll bring them up here. These little round balls
Yes.
that come on the strands.
Yes. At the end.
I save them.
Me too. Oh my
Because,
goodness.
and
We
actually,
are so the same.
so I like to have a little bit of space between my pendant and the next bead. In
Yes.
fact, I could even use a little bit more here, but I think this will be okay. I'm not going to go digging through drawers for more. And those little balls, if I put one on each side of the pendant, they just give it enough space so that it's not like squinched up with this
Yes.
big purple
Right.
chunk of monk crystal.
The chunk of monk.
So I use them basically to put a little bit of space in my design, sometimes between like a really big focal bead
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, another larger bead. Yeah, I still think I would like a little more space, but I think it's fine.
That looks great.
That's just a Stacie thing.
Oh, yes. Colleen, you did get some love mail today. I was like, hey, you have something in your box. I texted her, hey, you have something in your mailbox, because I had just emailed her all the links to use. And I thought, I wonder if she got her box. And like I said, during her unboxing, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of 22 gauge wire. And I'm like, oh, did I put 22 gauge in there?
You read her mind.
And I think I'm going to, I know what I'm going to do now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because we have these ear wires. Do you want me to share a little bit? Oh, you know what?
So this is where I'm going. Just talking and stringing, so let's make sure I did this right. I did. So all I'm going to do is, and I, maybe I'm weird. I like the crimp beads.
Oh, so
the needle on crimp beads.
That's all I ever had until I started using Softflex, and I'm like, oh, what are crimp tubes? And
see, I started with crimp tubes, and I said, what's a crimp bead? It was something Danielle Wicks was doing, and it was a tutorial, and it said crimp beads. So I'm like, oh, I'll buy crimp beads. And then I said, how do you use these? And she said, the same way. And I just like a little bit better how they look. You don't have to do anything fancy with them, and they look like a little bead once you put them on. So you use them exactly the same way. So what I'm going to do is just put one of these on the wire, and these are tiny. These are like size 1.
So you just reminded me that you don't have magical crimpers.
No, I don't. So you can laugh at me when I use my regular crimpers.
No. I should have, when I did my order for Miss Colleen from Softflex, I should have bought a pair of magical crimpers, and I'm going to do that.
For me, because I've been too lazy to get my own.
No, because I need to send you more bath salts.
Yes, I'll take the bath salts, and if you take pity on me. It's now become a running joke. People ask me constantly because I was on a winter workshop, and I was like, that was not good. My crimp bead just went down into my crystal. Okay. So I have recovered it.
Well, you're getting lots of love in the comments. You got Vicky and Lori sharing. Okay. What would life be without your magical crimpers? I know. See, Lori gets me. She gets me. Oh, and then since Miss Vicky is here, I taught Vicky how to use magical crimpers, and she got it in one attempt.
I am just going to pull this off camera because I'm going to hit the camera doing this. I'm basically just trying to use gravity to get the spacing right on my design.
I wonder if Vicky remembers.
And I just pulled that off.
I think we were at the same conference that we were at last week together. And
Okay.
she brought her beads and oh my goodness, she did it. There you are. Hey, those work. Those are good.
I am happy with these. So I think I've shared this before, but I learned to crimp at a bead shop here in Cincinnati. And they were like, just smash it with one of these. So
Oh,
for like a decade, I just smashed it with one of those. And that is not really, A, it doesn't look that great. And B, you end up with these like hard corners and you're wearing it. And like the little like hard corners on the flattened crimp tube.
so I've
Like
done
poke
flat.
into you.
Well, I've done flat when I'm doing like a floating, and I only did flat until I got magical crimpers. Oh, Vicky, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. It's because you're a fabulous student. We have someone coming to us from the UK.
Oh wow.
Jane. Yay. Jane, I love how you spell your name. My Aunt Cynthia Jane is spelled that way, and I love it. And our little Miss Rain,
Is
my
it an
little
AY
5-year-old,
spelling?
she is Rayne. So I love it because she's named after my mom, Rebecca, and my stepdad that she was married to when she passed away. So she's basically Rebecca Wayne. And so her name is Rayne. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to mine because
Why
I'm
don't
just
we
like
do that? I can
I'm
just
just
show you. Here's my
well,
piece.
I'm just sitting here. But look at what I did real fast, and then we're gonna go back to Stacie's.
No, we
So
don't need to look at mine. We can come back to me in a bit.
so here's my necklace. Here's my pendant. Okay. And then I found two really large jump rings. And so it slides up and down on the chain. And I did use the chain, but I just need a clasp. I have the end, and I don't like using open jump rings on the ends, but these are super hard. I feel like they're 18 gauge or some, they're really hard. So they're hard to open. So I'm okay with that. And I could possibly even just link it together because this is long, but I'll do a clasp, I think. Because if I'm having a big hair day that day, it's not going to go over my head. Oh, Lori, when is my online store opening? Yes, it does say at the end of the month. Oh, if you need goodies, just text. I'll get over to you because I have not opened my online store yet because Jennifer talking about herself in the third person. Jennifer's had a busy month. It's been kind of crazy. And Vicky was there for almost all of it. She was there for like 2 weeks of it. And so I'm going to move my online shop to my website. And
Cool.
yeah, then here's what I did. So I had 2 more of those links that were for these ear wire hoops were in the magical mystery bead box too. And I just did that. How simple. And then they match. Isn't that simple? And I could take some, because here was my idea. My idea for the ear wire, for those loops, was to take these hearts and wire wrap the hearts all the way around. But I do have another pair, so I'm thinking I'll do that. And I'll do a little bit of mixed metal. Oh, I just got the idea. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the silver ones as well. The little hoop ear posts. And what I think I'm going to do is, and I'll do it off camera, or I might record it. Maybe I'll record it, but I'm going to do maybe like a floating one here in silver and then have the gold be wire wrapped around. What do you guys think? Lori, what do you think? Would you watch that video if I posted it? She watches all of them. She's great. So I think I'm going to do that. What do you guys think? Good? Maybe? Stacie?
Yeah,
Colleen?
definitely. I think that's a good option.
So we're going to do that. So here is my, yeah. And then we're going to go back to Stacie's again. I have my earrings, and I will post I'll post pictures. but not until probably after. Oh, Colleen said she would watch, and Lori would watch. Thank you. You guys are incredible. I love this jewelry making community because I came in late in the game. Jen's only been here like 5 years, not even 5 years yet. In May, it'll be 5 years. And everybody is just incredible. So I just want to share that real fast. That's everybody here and everybody that will watch later. Let me solo layout Stacie's. Oh,
Yes, it is upside down.
Goodness, that's okay. Oh, that is so pretty.
To match the tassel, I decided instead of putting chain on here, and sometimes I do this, I'm going to go with the sari silk. I did one side. I can show you how I do the other. Oh, and I may actually want crimp covers on here because these little itty bitty crimp beads are going into that bead, but not really a big deal because they're not going to go anywhere with the big jump ring there. Anyway, getting distracted. So what I do is the following. It's the same on both ends. So I'll move down here. I, again, it's like about a 10 millimeter jump ring. I just thread that through the jump ring and fold it over. And you don't need that much. You just need enough to wrap. Again, the 26 gauge craft wire, any color that you want. I leave a little bit of a tail. And I just messy wrap it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Ample times. I mean, I usually pull on it too. It's not going anywhere. I've had pieces that I've done like this 3-4 years ago. I have a hanging necklace rack in my closet. They hang there all the time. I've never had one break. I wear them regularly. Never had them break. So they're pretty sturdy.
And that's a messy wrap? That looks like my clean wrap. That is incredible. That's beautiful.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, from where it is, I don't sit there and I just wrap it. And then I usually just kind of push those in. I'm working with that. Sometimes I have better luck with the bent chain nose, but not today. Great. Now I've, you saw this, got sari silk hung up in this little part of my regular chain nose pliers. I am not the neatest beater. Stuff like gets everywhere. That's how I work.
Yeah, I'm not a neat beater either.
Here, I'll just like see. I get it off camera, but like you can kind of see a lot of stuff going on here. That is just let me get us back where we were. That's just me, and occasionally I leave it. Oh, I'm crooked. Okay. That's just me. Occasionally I leave it overnight and I look at it in the morning. I'm like, who was here? So hide the little ends inside the wraps or inside. I feel like that one's still out.
That
is on this
stunning.
end, you can just either, add another loop. If you want your thing to have a couple adjustable lengths, and then somewhere I ended up with a purple lobster clasp and it matched. So
I decided goodness. You are so prepared for today.
Well,
I love it.
I decided that I was going to grab things out of the closet, and I saw that when I was looking for the regular lobster clasps, and I said, I need that.
I didn't even bring a lobster clasp with me, so I mean, it's over in my humongous jewelry supplies, big humongous furniture. All right, so I am not going to start my earring because I think I'm going to record it, and I'm kind of digging it. That is so pretty.
I just need to finish the other side, but it's the same thing. And I never measure it. Like, it's kind of bad. But I just kind of, I put it on and then eyeball it. And it always works out for me. And then just kind of like, hold it up and make sure it's the right length. Sorry, I hit my camera there. Make everybody seasick.
We forget that the camera is sitting there. All right, you're getting lots of love.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
getting lots of
Yeah, we'll
love.
finish the other side and post it because we've got about 5 minutes left. And
Oh, so let's bring us back.
yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
bring us back. All right, so let me
Some of my
end
stuff.
this. I'm so excited because okay, so I have my stuff down so that I'm bringing you back in, Colleen. Oh. I have my stuff ready to go. So Lori, I will record and I know that I'll get Colleen and Lori to, oh, and Colleen, you're muted. So unmute yourself. And then we also brought up Wendy. So, cause Lori said, when I mentioned that I've only been doing jewelry for 5 years, Lori says, well, 2 years and watching Wendy and I, and Wendy Whitman and I, we did a few lives together. Our first live was during a Jesse James Beads beat along, the little beat along events that they were every month. Oh, that was another announcement, is that I will be part of Jesse James Bead's Create-a-thon. It's Create-a-thon, not beat along, Create-a-along. And it is going to be April 4th. So be watching YouTube and Jesse James Bead's YouTube channel for that. But Wendy Whitman, we lost her. It's going to be two years in August, isn't it?
Yeah, very tragic.
So, and Colleen says that she pulls in her inner Wendy every day, and yeah. So, so I'm gonna get recording doing these little hearts on the silver links, and Stacie, we come back together again. When? March 23rd.
23rd. I was like, is it 22nd or 23rd? 23rd.
March. Yes, so we'll be back March 23rd at 11 o'clock. So you notice today was 11 o'clock as well. I figure if I do the 11 a.m., if I can, we will just continue trying to do that same time. And then plus we bring in Miss Colleen, and she is our wonderful, beautiful moderator. And we are going to get Colleen, I'm going to teach her the very little that I know about StreamYard, because I just found out that solo layout thing. So we will get you, maybe we'll do a test run. So Stacie, maybe the three of us can come back again and do a little bit of a test run. So
sure.
Yes. I wonder if I can unmute her. Can I unmute her? I can't unmute you, Colleen. There we go.
She's unmuted.
Oh, I couldn't hear her.
She was unmuted for a second.
There we go. Colleen.
Hello.
So we're going to do a little bit of, Jane said she learned from Wendy as well. Yeah. Yeah. So she's always in our heart. She's always on our shoulder, helping us design, helping us be better beaters and teachers of this amazing, amazing jewelry community, right? So Colleen, you have been on YouTube.
Yes.
Blowing it up. You have videos like daily. So please be sure to share your link to your YouTube channel. And if you guys are not already following Colleen, jump on over there and follow. Stacie, you're bringing in your YouTube channel too, right? You've done some shorts. Mm-hmm.
I've done some shorts. I did an unboxing for Love Potion number 9. I've been doing a couple unboxings, and I need to get to doing some more longer videos. I've done a few for Jesse James. I need to do a few of my own. Yeah.
Well, perfect. I will be having another video making these earrings in the next, we'll see, because tomorrow we're going to go back to Reedley to go pick up the 5th wheel and come back. And so our weekend's going to be consumed with travel trailer, right? So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Jane and Ronnie and Vicky and Lori. Thank all of you guys. Colleen, thank you so much.
Lori.
I cannot thank you enough. And Stacie, thank you so much. And hey, you guys, I'm going to be posting the link in YouTube today sometime. So jump on over to my channel, hit the notify. Stacie and I will get some reminders out on Instagram, hopefully a little sooner than what I did this week. And Stacie did it for me. Thank you so much.
You are very
And
welcome.
we hope to see you guys. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much for being here too. I think I left you out of my thank yous. And we'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.
Bye.